This is the best business in the world, bro. I don't charge nothing up front.
This still work if I mess my credit up before and I just go back and fix my credit again?
Absolutely. The thing about credit, y'all, is anything and everything can be removed and credit can always be rebuilt. That's the beautiful thing about credit. So we do all funding. We help people with personal funding and business funding, but our bread and butter is business funding because it's like the business funding gives you more leverage, right?
So wait, so I gotta have good credit to be able to get funding on a bit, because you do business or?
Yeah, we do business. So we do all funding. We help people with personal funding and business funding, but our bread and butter is business funding because it's like the business funding gives you more leverage, right? For example, if you I can get you $100,000 in personal funding too. And you want to have some personal funding before getting into business funding because it's something called comparable credit. So the business lenders, the business banks, they're going to look at what have you currently handled on the personal side? Because if a person that has never handled no money on the personal side, why are we going to go give them a lot on the business side? So what I tell people to do is start with like credit unions, right? So the reason we want to start with credit unions, they got easier underwriting. Like when you go to like a Bank of America, a national bank, what happens is they're very black and white in terms of what you're going to get, unless you have access to a relationship banking manager. But when you go to a credit union, that might be right in the hood. It might be your local credit union, right? Or community bank. Their underwriting is a lot easier. So if someone come to me, they got a 680, they got decent data points, but maybe they're not perfect. We can still go get them $10, $15, $20,000 because the credit unions are going to be more lenient. Also, credit unions are typically, non-for-profit organizations, which means their like obligation or their priority is you. That's why they have membership. You will become a member, so they're looking to deal with them. Because if they weren't, why would we deal with them? We would just go to the bigger banks. So that's some leverage that you have when it comes to these credit unions. But before you even get to a part where you're going to get your first personal credit cards or whatever, you should build up your credit profile, right? So most people think it's about credit score. Hey, I got a 690, I got a 730, I got a 750. But it's really about what I call your credit resume, which is your profile. So you want to have 10 primary accounts. Those are just anything that's in your name, right? So primary accounts could be if you got an auto loan, if you got a student loan, if you got a mortgage, lines of credit, credit cards, all of these things are considered personal primary accounts. If you don't have any, right? Because some people are like, well, D, I'm just starting out my credit. Cool. You can start building those up with something called credit builder accounts.
I mean, I done fell. It's hard out here. I
Yeah.
fuck my shit all the way up. This still work if I mess my credit up before and I just go back and fix my credit again?
Absolutely. The thing about credit, y'all, is anything and everything can be removed and credit can always be rebuilt. That's the beautiful thing about credit. And once you are in position, then we can start to go get access to the capital, right? So what I tell you after you build out your report is some things you want to look for outside of the primary accounts is like credit age. So if you're new to credit and you're trying to build that up, go get you a trade line, right? You can go to tradelinesupply.com, go get you one of those. Or you can leverage like somebody in your family, your friend, authorized user accounts, which just allows you to piggyback. So if Jay had a credit, well, you say your credit messed up, but like let's say,
man.
Now let's say
you got a good credit, I can come to you.
Yeah, exactly. You can leverage one of my credit cards, and that'll help you increase that age or whatever it may be. But once you're in this position, y'all, second step is making sure that your business is structured the right way. A lot of people, they don't have LLC, they don't have an entity at all. So make sure that your business is operating as a big business. Go get you a business phone number, business email, business address. For your business address, a mistake I see a lot of time, we coach a lot of people now, is they go get it attached to a UPS or a FedEx. So you want to make sure that before you purchase the address on opus.com or regis.com or even iPost you can use, make sure that you put it in Google to see the actual location. You just want to make sure it's attached to a physical building and not just like a UPS or FedEx. Because if it is attached to that, you're going to get denied every time because they can tell that your business is not operating out of an actual brick and mortar building.
How much would it cost if I got a 700 credit score, 750? I'm like, y'all just trying to get the bag.
Listen, this is the best business in the world, bro. I don't charge nothing up front.
Okay, what is like a percentage on the back end?
A percentage on the back end. So I don't eat if you don't get money. That's why it's a win-win situation, right? No one tells me no. Everyone's like, okay, word. You could come to me dead broke. You got good credit. Your business, I can go get you more than you'll be able to save.
Can you tell me how much the percentage? What is it?
Yeah, it's 10%. Absolutely. So people charge anywhere from 10 to 20%. I feel like 10% is enough. I feel like 20 is kind of ODing, but to each his own. But we do about 10%.
Okay. It's not bad.
So we get you 100,000, you got 90 that you can go out and leverage, and you don't pay us until you receive your products. So it's not like, I get people that are like, oh, shoot, I don't got the money to pay you right now. No, you better get your credit products. And we have them sign a contract because everything in business should be contractual. So they sign a contract saying that they're allowing us to apply on their behalf and that they will pay us 10% within 2 to 6 business days
after they get that
receiving their car. And I don't even like the 6. I changed mine is like 1 to 4. As soon as you get the car, just pay it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people start thinking like, oh,
facts. I gotta show up to the boot camp with good credit though, because you could teach me
Nope. So we're gonna do one segment is funding with bad credit. So there's something called alternative lending. And what they do is they lend to businesses that have bad credit but have business revenue coming in. So if you got some sort of revenue coming in and your credit's not so good, we've been getting people access to funding. Rock Financial is one of them. You got On Deck. Those are a few. I'm gonna break down a whole lot more, and you guys are gonna actually be able to see if you're pre-approved on the call, even if you got decent to bad credit. And remember, day one, we're gonna show you how to use the Metro 2 software to be able to get your credit in order.
I ain't gonna lie, you made me want to do this shit just to talk about it.
I'm telling you.
I ain't gonna lie, like
room,
you made me
bro.
want to do it just so I can talk about it and be like, yo, nah, this shit really work.
I'm gonna send you the link. You good.
That shit crazy, bro.
Yeah.